Bleep.
Good evening, love, and good evening, light. Illuminators and wayshowers, galactic families, physical and non-physical beings, welcome all to Languages of Lights and Open Contact TV. And I do feel as if we've come full circle today. I'm Wendy. This is Dave. If you're new to my channel, this channel, our channels, thank you and welcome, welcome. Today, we're just doing an impromptu tonight, another impromptu video to share about a video that we did this morning and to encourage everybody about facilitating open contact and sharing our dreams. And so I'll let Dave talk about that for just a minute and we'll go from there.
Welcome, everybody. If you're new to this channel, I'm Dave. This is Wendy. Wendy's website is languagesoflights.com, and our other channel has a website, opencontacttv.com, and we are migrating our content that has to do with open contact, and particularly ETs and experiences and experiencers and that topic to the Open Contact TV YouTube channel, and we'll be also adding some more content with the website and so forth, and so we would appreciate if you visited that channel. And Wendy will talk a little bit about a video that we just did.
I thought you were going to talk about that.
But go to the Open Contact TV, and we will provide a link here to make it easy. And because it is a new channel, we have to say, what is it? Share, like, subscribe.
Yes. And hit the bell for notifications and all that good stuff.
So essentially, I had a dream last night, and we talk about this in the video, that had to do with open contact, and we decided while we were discussing it excitingly in the morning that we would make a video and talk about it and some of the related things. It's about a 30-minute video, so go to that link and watch that video and comment about it. And we also invite all of you from wherever you might be seeing this, that if you want to share your experiences and your dreams, to let us know, and you could share them with the comments, but you could also, if you want to come and talk with us on video, we would love to have you on and have it on our YouTube channel, and we have the technology to make it very easy to do that.
And if you're coming from finding us on Open Contact TV. My name is Wendy, and I have my channel, which I've had for a little over 7 years on YouTube now, Languages of Lights, where I've been sharing my own highest joys and excitements with channeling and my own journey with that and light languages, facilitating open contact in my own way and for myself, and to share that part of my excitement in my exploration and my own journey with light language. So if that's something that is new to you, or if that excites you and you'd like to explore that a little bit more, I've got I think over 1,300 videos now. I can't even believe it myself, with all kinds of content related, all kinds of videos that I've done, live events, all types of content that has to do with a lot of what we do also share, and we'll be sharing on Open Contact TV, one of which is sacred circuitry, sacred symbols. One of the things that I receive and have received since I began using the sacred circuitry, which I wanted to mention, have you mention about that too, and the sacred circuitry that was brought to us through Daryl Anka, channeled through Bashar, channeled by Daryl Anka, and you can find more information and that particular event at bashar.org. And so that was something that I came upon a long time ago in the beginning of my explorations, right around I think the time that that video came out. So and since that time, I have been using them and exploring and how to share them in my own way, in my own highest joy, excitement of facilitating all of your abilities to contact physically in your dream states, telepathically, connections to your star families, our star families, that the DNA activations within us as we explore these symbols. And over the years, more and more people have become activated through my channel and through others who have shared these light languages and sacred symbols. And I was excited even today, the synchronicity of seeing there's a group on Facebook that also share their own explorations with the teachings of Bashar as well as the sacred circuits. And I was excited to see how many people are actually still, well, I shouldn't say still, but are newly excited about the sacred symbols and our sacred circuitry, have just come upon them. And so Dave and I have been exploring. I think I even introduced them to him several years ago, and so we've been exploring other ways of sharing them to facilitate my own activations within myself, of me knowing more of myself and my telepathic connections to my own star families, and then to bring that energy and that experience to all of you through my own sharings throughout the years, and these activations and how they've helped me, how I've used them in my day-to-day world. And now I'm excited to see other people who are still using them and new people, as well as some of the things that we've been excited to share. And so one day I asked Dave, who speaks and reads and writes Hebrew, to translate the numbers and the meanings of the sacred circuitry into Hebrew for, I don't know, it was just something that came to me as another element, and maybe he can...
that's for another time.
For another time,
that's another now.
That's another now. But in that, the excitement about creating what you had just created, and that's where I was going with that.
Yes.
Is our excitement with this and new ways to share that.
So if you're not new to this channel, you would recognize that many of Wendy's videos, one of the things she does is she shows the sacred circuit of the day. And we also know that Wendy really loves numbers and numerology and things associated with that. So one of her imaginative ideas and dreams was to have some way to have her website automatically show the sacred circuit of the day. And so I'm very excited, and I'm sure Wendy is also to
yes, I am.
Say that I've developed a way to do that. And so on Wendy's website, on the front page, you will see the sacred circuit of the day. And we're building a little back-end app that is going to allow a lot more features. And one of the ideas that I had was that I would develop it not only for Wendy's website, but develop it in a way that anyone else excited about being able to show the sacred circuits on their own website has a way to do it. So essentially, I have a server that figures out the daily circuit and shows it as an image, and makes it very easy for anyone who has their own website and wants to play with those ideas to be able to do that very easily. And I'm going to have a web page set up to sort of explain that and tell you how you could get involved in that, and to participate also in some of the development of it and the ideas that we could have using the circuitry. And Wendy has used the numerology of the day by adding up the month, day, and year to come up with a value which represents one of the circuits, 1 through 15. And so that's what we have on the website now. And that's actually available right now for anyone who's interested to be able to put that on their website. But we're going to also add in, for instance, computer-drawn circuits, hand-drawn circuits, different, and make it look like, like an oracle card type of thing, maybe different backgrounds, a little fancier. We have all kinds of different ideas, but also other ways to calculate what card might be the card of the day for you. And we will be showcasing that probably on Wendy's website first, but also on the website that we're putting together to talk about that project. So that's pretty exciting.
Yeah.
And it's also exciting, as Wendy said, that we found out that a lot of people are now just learning about it and have been coming up with their own creative ways of using it. And this is Wendy following her highest joy and excitement, and me being able to participate in that in a way that I'm very good at, with the computer programming and website design and systems integration. So we're pretty excited about that, and if you're interested in any of that, you could contact us on Wendy's website through Languages of Lights
and then
gmail.com or opencontacttv@gmail.com, or the website. There are links to contact us.
So what's your vision then, to have people be able to just donate and be able to download it and then be able to use it? Or
yeah, so we're going to set up a page for donations, basically to promote the idea of building this idea, making it available. The vision that I see is that you would sign up essentially for your own little account, and you would be able to go on my server's webpage to log into your account and configure the way you want the symbols to appear for you. And the first stage is going to be just being able to get the symbols, but some of the further stages will be more of an account management system, because so many people have websites, especially in the spiritual community, and they're not website developers. And while I'm building it right now, for the first stage was Wix, because Wendy has her website on Wix. We're moving away from that, and I've also developed a little bit for WordPress. And the idea is really, most of you are probably not knowledgeable enough to be able to implement the programming side of things, to decide how to come up with each card. You don't want to be making cards of the day and updating your website every day to a different number or different image. So I've designed the back-end calculations to handle all of those things. And your sort of control panel that you would have would allow you to choose, would attach to your account. So you would just provide a URL to show the image. It would attach to the account, and it would use whatever settings you have. So for instance, you want the number to be calculated a different way, then you would choose from a list of different calculations, and that would be the way that you would show that card. And it might be you have 3 different cards, and each of the 3 different cards is calculated a different way, and you sort of make a spread by that. And there's a bunch of other things related to that, including the idea of having a feed for quote of the day from different spiritual sources. such as Bashar or Esther Hicks with Abraham.
Oh, okay.
Things like that, and exactly how we're going to do that, I don't know. That's project number 2.
Part of the research and development.
Yes, and we actually have a domain name, which goes nowhere at this point, but will go somewhere shortly. Infinite Intelligence Stream.
Oh, yes.
.com, right?
Yes.
So
correct.
That's sort of going to be where we move some of this technology to, amongst other great ideas that we come up with. So I'm very excited about that, and look forward to hearing from you to see what you think about all of it.
So for right now, you can go to my website, languagesoflights.com, and you can look at it and just see what today's calculation is for. So, for example, for today,
and it shows the symbol.
It shows the symbol for the day. And so really, for today, it's as simple as that. It just calculates today's date, and it shows the symbol, the corresponding symbol for that date. So, for example, today is 9/6/2022 as we record this, as time as we know time, create time, which equals 21, which equals 3. So for today, it shows the symbol for is number 3, and then not explanation. What do I want to say? The description for number 3 is balance.
The representation of that symbol
is balance. And so for me, I use these in every day when I wake up and begin writing in my journal and begin meditating. I look and see, well, what is today's vibration? What is today's sacred circuit vibration? And so for today, it's balance. And so I begin my day asking myself then, okay, if that's the vibration of the day, how does that relate to me? How is it that I need to see balance in my own life? How is it that maybe I already have balance and I'm not seeing the balance that I already have? And that I am the one creating my own reality. And I'm so powerful that if I'm feeling imbalanced, it's because I'm creating the experience of imbalance. And how is that serving me? And how may I, or how may I be more imbalanced today? And so we can take it and massage the meaning and apply it how we want to apply it, just like any other reading, just like any other, like the card of the day, if whether it's an oracle card or a tarot card or the runes. We've talked about doing the same thing with the runes, if you're familiar with the rune symbols. We've also talked about Dave writing a program to be able to display on the website what's today's rune symbol and have it, and then decide how will it calculate that, and will it do it randomly or will it be based on a number. Now the runes do not have a number, I don't think, based on them. So anyway, so it's fun things like that.
And going to be working on her own
and symbols.
And so with her light language
and I
symbols.
do so many, and that's what I was going to show you guys too, that a couple of I just briefly, because they're very activating. And what's interesting is that a lot of these were done and these were in 2017, and so these are very fine letters, but the idea today is also that these images are timeless in their activation abilities. And so whether we write them today or just look at them today, they are activating. And the same thing with the sharing the sacred circuits. They activate, they remap our brain circuitry to allow us to comprehend higher dimensional understandings, to let go of limiting belief systems, to see things from completely different perspectives. And when we see things from different perspectives, we create a whole new reality for ourselves. So it can go very deep. So, for example, today, 369 is the energy of 369 today. It's 9/6/2022. So we've got this 9, 3, 6 energy. And as we know, the 369, these are also sacred numbers in their own right. So without going too much into that, the idea is that then the sacred circuits could tell a story for today. So say, for example, we calculate then, we pull it out and calculate out that we would say, well, what is this? What are the sacred circuits today for 3, 6, and 9? How does the combination of those, which will always be unique, how is the combination of those useful to us today? In, say, the same way as you would pull 3 oracle cards, and to see them as an oracle card, and to say, okay, how do they tell that story today for the 369 energy, which is balance, extend, and receive. So by balancing, we extend our reach out into the cosmos telepathically, and by doing so, we receive more and more information. We receive more and more activations in our own DNA, and receiving the ability to become this Homo Galacticus, new version of human, and to reach out to the cosmos and to be able to more fluently and fluidly connect and interact with all of the other aspects of us that we are in the infiniteness that we can't even begin to really comprehend. And I've recently been introduced to an aspect of myself that is over souls away, if you will, is how they explain themselves to me. And simply receiving, and they receiving more and more, learning more and more of themselves, even from that perspective, by our experiences and my experiences, and sharing my experiences. And when we're sharing those experiences with all of the fractals that we are, then and interacting and exchanging information back and forth as we all assist each other in the growth, no matter what realm we're experiencing. So how would you like to expand on that?
Well, I just received a little bit of a correlative informational tidbit. So Bashar talks about the idea that we have a triad connection between our civilization, the Sasani civilization, yes, now Shekani, and the Sirius star system and the civilizations contained therein. And that forms a triad or a triangle. As we add in the idea of the future Earth, that adds now a third dimensional point to the triangle, which is 3 sides. And when you take a triangle and then turn it into a 3-dimensional object, a 3-sided triangle, and you add one more point, it now has 6 sides, 3 points. You add 3 more points to it. So you get the 3-sided triangle, and then you get 6 points from the 3-sided triangle. So you expand out to what's it called?
The tetrahedron.
The tetrahedron.
Yes.
Which is the basis for physical manifestation, how things become physical.
Well, and I'm reminded, just as you're saying that too, that at 333,000 hertz,
yes,
right?
Yes,
is the vibration in which that's the barrier at physical and non-physical. So once you begin vibrating at 333,000 hertz or above, you literally become non-physical. and which is also 333, which is 369, which is.
So you have 3 lines that make
so you
the
have
triangle.
3, 3, and 3.
You add the third point to make it 3-dimensional, and now you have 6 lines because you have the 3 that go down.
Yeah, don't ask me to draw that.
Plus the additional 3 on the bottom. So the bottom physical surface is now a solid object. Now, one of the things that Bashar talked about was if you take your now moment and become the center of that 3-dimensional triangle, that now allows your consciousness to expand out even further. And if you connect the middle dot in the middle
Yes.
to the 3 corners, you now have 9 lines.
Okay. There we have it.
So 369.
There we have it.
Yeah.
And of course,
That was sort of shown
and of
to
course,
me in
Tesla
like a millisecond.
has discussed the
Magic of
the I was just
369.
going to say that the magic of 369, as have many other mathematicians.
And moving to the center.
Yes, that's and I was reminded today too that this year, and so this month too. So this year is a number 6 year, being 222, and I was reminded today that the number 6 is representing the 6th hybrid race, and our acceleration of that idea of becoming the 6th hybrid race and welcoming the hybrid children, and that September, and our friend Jonathan Trinity Martin has mentioned this in a couple of his videos as well, that September there has been this palpable shift in this idea of the acceleration of open contact. And remembering and reminded today as we were listening to Bashar being channeled again today by Daryl, that we are not changing the earth that we're on. We're raising our vibration to vibrate to a version of earth that more closely represents that which is our core vibration of our highest joy and excitement, that which in this moment happens to be, in this focus, open contact and facilitating open contact, and the importance of sharing our experiences and sharing our dreams, and hence the video that was initiated this morning after Dave's dream, and yes, we're talking about there's other dreams that we'll be sharing as well. So we once again encouraging people to share their experiences and their dreams, and that's part of what the acceleration of open contact is all about. Is the more that there's people out there on YouTube talking about this, and they were even what did they say to me this morning about something about coming out of the shadows, and I wish I could remember. See, I need to write this stuff down. It's like I receive this information and I say it, and if I don't write it down or record it, I like forget what I said. And it happens a lot.
Well, the light illuminates the shadows.
And well, that's true, but it had something to do with us.
Oh, well, so what I try to do, and I share it with Wendy a lot of times, is as we receive more information, let's say we have a dream, we have a vision, we watch something on the computer that activates us in some way. It's all fine and good to talk about it, to share it, but the point is to become more of who you are in the physical how are you going to apply that information in a physical way that will bring that physical reality to your reality?
Yes.
And it's not really that you're bringing it to you, it's that you're moving toward it. So all of these things, including the idea of, you know, having a dream of let's say being taken aboard a ET ship and being shown all kinds of cool stuff, that's great. And part of bringing it down to physical reality and grounding it is sharing it and talking about it. Because if you're afraid to share and talk about it,
yes,
they're not coming. So you have to demonstrate that you want that to be part of your reality. You do not want to be in the shadows with these things. You want to talk about it. You want to share it. As it turns out, the more people you share it with, the more people are going to say, I had a
similar dream or a similar experience, similar meditation.
And then taking it even further, what are you then going to, you've shared it, which is part of physical reality, but what are you going to do further with it? Let's say you, in your dream, and I'm making this up, but in your dream, you saw some kind of contraption that was pretty cool that doesn't exist here in our reality. Maybe your job is to tell someone else who might know something about how to make that contraption.
Absolutely.
You know, like a free power device. And every little piece of the puzzle is combined to actually get the solution. So somebody might see this, somebody might see that, and if you get together and talk about it and you're excited about talking about it, all of a sudden the pieces come together and now you know how to make a free energy device. And that's just an example that I sort of made up.
Yes, and that's a perfect example.
That's how you take the ideas and ground them into the physical reality.
That's what Tesla did. Yeah.
He acted upon his visions.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did.
So.
Very exciting stuff. Very exciting. I was thinking, what else do we want to share?
Well, so I'm also asking Wendy today that in the spirit of Open Contact and Open Contact TV,
yes,
that we would pull some cards today that were relating to the idea of open contact and how that might apply to all of us, and get some messages and guidance and information in the topic of open contact, our ET friends. As you increase your vibration, you become more and more aware of that there are other civilizations out there, that they live, some are physical, some are non-physical, there's an infinite number of them and ways that they express themselves. And a lot of times when we look for these card readings, we're looking for information to help us in our day-to-day lives, and we're not really looking at a slightly bigger picture. But if you're excited about these kinds of things, let's do a card reading.
3333. Uh-oh.
That's really with the intention of getting some information along that path. And the bottom line is that's where everyone's going.
Yes.
So
yes.
If you're watching this video, you probably are involved with the hybridization. You're probably involved with ETs. There's probably a version of you on a ship over your house, talking to you in your dreams, bringing you up on the ships, taking you to some other planet. You probably, feel a connection with the Pleiadians, who are probably going to be the first ones here. The Lyrans, the Syrians. If you're a fan of Bashar, you probably have
and I'm
somebody in that civilization.
And I'm reminded, yes, that I also have a counterpart in the Sasani civilization, and I'm reminded too that the the first contact crystal. That is not what I wanted to say. Not first contact. It is first contact specialist contact crystal. And I will say too that 6-sided. It is a hexagon. This is the number 6 year. So this is about accelerating that. This also has, which you can't see the family crest, and I have shown it a few times, and you can see this close up at bashar.org. But this is the family crest for first contact specialists, and
also 369.
And yes, and
the triangle is in the middle, although the triangle, instead of like this, is each piece is.
It's a little overlap, but yeah, I can take it off actually. But the idea is also that I was also reminded that, you know, those of us who are excited about that idea, let's see if you guys can see it there. Yeah, the crest, there's the family crest.
With the spiral in the
middle. With the spiral in the center. So the idea is also that because I resonate with this, I know that that's also something that excites me, and that my counterpart, Echo, as I understand them to be, is involved also with the first contact specialist. And I was actually given a short time ago the idea that Dave and I, along with all of you who are coming to this channel, are open contact specialists. And it was something that I haven't really received until today. And interestingly enough, today the Sacred Circuit for number 9 is, or for September, is receive, number 9. And so my excitement in receiving more information and my excitement in sharing that information so that you all may receive more information and more of your galactic connections, and to understand that we're ushering in this new idea, or not so new idea really, about open contact, but the idea that we are all here as open contact specialists. And I thought that was pretty cool. And so a lot of the cards that were brought to me today, and I don't want to take too much time because I didn't want to keep this video this long actually. So
okay, goodbye.
So I thought I'd split it up maybe, but I think for at least I'll begin with the idea of the one that Dave wanted me to pull.
And I want to interrupt you for a moment, because I just noticed. So for 3 years now, I believe, we've had a moon on that floats magnetically.
There it is.
And we watch it a lot, and it does some weird things. And sometimes it spins slowly, and sometimes it goes the other way. Well, it's like going crazy right now.
Today it's doing something weird like it's never done before, which is a little strange.
It's spinning very quickly, wobbling a little bit. And I have read from other channels and other information sort of the idea that the orbits of the Earth around the sun has been changing. Some other planets. The planets have been expanding their orbits a little bit to sort of reflect the idea of our expansion. The moon, we know scientifically, is moving further and further away from the Earth. I don't know, it's like an inch a year or something like that. But that could be accelerating. But I think it's just very interesting that we're here having this very high vibrational conversation, and the moon is spinning like crazy.
That is that's pretty funny. Because I was actually going to talk too about a little bit about So I want to say happy birthday to all the Virgos out there who are September birthdays. So I did say hello and happy birthday to all the August Virgo babies, Dave included. And so happy birthday! I've got my little birthday cake here for all of you. And how I felt also this acceleration of contact, and I realized too that this month is also the equinox. So I was and that the depending on which astrology you're using, which is not the same as in sidereal astrology, the signs are not the same, but that this was an acceleration of open contact between now and the equinox. And so whether you're in the northern hemisphere and it's turning fall, or you're in the southern hemisphere and it's becoming spring, it's once again a symbol of transformation, and that it's happening this month. And so, but I wanted to, at Dave's request, pull a card from the Galactic Heritage Cards by Lyssa Royal Holt. You can find her on YouTube. I can put her link in the description as well. She has a lot of information about our galactic heritage, and I've just started dabbling with the cards and getting myself acquainted with them. It is a very large deck, in the spirit of open contact and activating our galactic heritage, understanding more and more of all that we are, that Dave asked that we pull a card from this deck today. And I have been feeling myself a lot of different energies this month, of a variety of a lot of Syrian energy, a lot of Pleiadian energy, a lot of the idea of the Arcturus gate and the Arcturus energy. And even today I wrote in my book the councils, and how many councils are here and represented, and all the councils that are represented by all the number systems and so forth, and so how they are all here today. And a lot of the cards that I grabbed today had to do with sacred geometry. Coming full circle, number 60, Sirius present. Well, that's very interesting. So we're talking today about the Earth triad with Earth, Sirius, and Sasani, and coming full circle. That's very interesting for me, this number specifically, and where it also is representing the number 6, which today is the 6th, and my own coming full circle, and the Sirius present, the idea that our Sirius guides are present with us today, and that they are present with this ascension process, that they are the mentors to the Sasani. They're also part of what is beaming down through our moonlight is the energy from the Sirius star system, and amped up by our Sasani family, and amplifying and accelerating that the idea of the mentors are mentoring us, and while we are ascending, they are also ascending to their next level. The Sirius present right now is they are ascending along with us, and they're also sort of bootstrapping us up. And the Sasani energy is indeed an amplification of the Sirius star system energy. And I have been so immersed in dogs and dog energy lately, in a big way. And if you guys know, if you've been watching my channel from the beginning of Languages of Lights, it started out with me and my dog ranger going through the forest, and one of the first energies I connected with was my Sirius energy, and the Sirius, that idea of the connection with Earth and Sirius. And so and I just wanted to show you the back of this card as well. And so for me, especially, coming full circle, and the number 60 is kind of funny for me because I happen to be 60. And I just had my, well, not just, I'm actually coming up on my next one. So I didn't even want to mention it, but I'm going to, because for me, this is coming full circle for me. And amplifying in a very big way. Oops. And I wanted to show you guys the back of the card too, as well. And I think Dave's going to read from the book.
I am. So I do want to mention, and one of the reasons why Wendy was sort of hesitant to use this deck is because there is a methodology in making a spread with these cards.
Yeah, yes, there is.
And comparing how they relate to one another.
And also whether it's serious, past, present, or future plays a role.
I didn't want to do it that way. I wanted Wendy to pick a card and then essentially allow the intuition to come out about what needed to be shared. I don't even know why I even bother reading this, but
how'd I do?
in ancient days, Assyrians placed codes within our DNA to help us evolve when the time was right. That time is now. Humankind is awakening as Assyrians had hoped. Their task has come full circle. If you pulled this card, then you have a connection to that ancient Syrian past because of humankind's awakening. You have recently completed a karmic pattern held for thousands of years. You may feel subtle energies of completion, or you may feel nothing at all. But if you have any guilt about things left undone in the ancient past, it is not necessary to hold that pattern any longer. It's recommended that you read the commentary for card 59 as well as this one, for the issues are related. 59 is unfinished business in the present.
Interesting.
This card is connected to the ancient Sirius era when our ET forefathers committed to long-term goals and completed most of them. When we complete goals or complete a cycle, we come full circle, and we are ready to start a new cycle of learning. If this card comes up in your reading, it is very possible that you have just completed a cycle of learning and are ready to start a new one. If you feel this is not true, then you are currently stuck in a situation. Then you can interpret this to mean, with all the work or avoidance you have done regarding an issue, you are coming full circle around to confront it again, giving you the opportunity to transform it once and for all. And I'm just going to chime in to say, this is also a way that we are helping other civilizations and other races, even at higher and higher levels, because they've done the work and they've done the work, and now we're helping them complete the work in our way, and in a way that they might not be able to do from the higher dimension.
And 9 is actually, we know, the symbol of completion.
Look for other cards for further clarification if you need it. If you're contemplating a serious decision in life, you feel that you have completed your past lessons, and this is a great time to take the leap of faith into the unknown and begin a new cycle of learning and growth.
I find that very exciting, and the sacred circuits were brought to us from Sirius. They were given to Sirius, to the Yael, and the Yael gave them to Sasani, and the Sasani brought them to us. And
all of you involved up there, we're waiting for more.
We're waiting for the rest of them. So one of the things that we're excited about finding out is we were given the first 15. And so now we're excited to find out, have we come full circle yet? Have we come to the point where we can receive the next 15? So I've been very excited about asking for that, and I think that all of you who have been sharing or are new to the sacred circuits would be excited to know that we've come full circle and that we've come to that point where we're ready to receive, number 9, that we're ready to receive the next set of sacred circuits to take us to the next literally vibrational level as the next version of humans. And I think I'm going to, there was a few other cards that I was going to pull, but I think I'm going to, because we're talking about Earth, and, but I have to show you guys this one. Now, I grabbed Cryon's Oracle cards, and if any of you are familiar with Cryon, channeled by Lee Carroll for, oh gosh, probably longer than Daryl even, probably for more than 40 years. And so I just had to say that if you check out some of the Protocols of First Contact videos on the Open Contact TV YouTube channel, one of them is that our friends assist us in creating synchronicity. And so I will say that the Syrians today have definitely helped me and all of us create a new synchronicity. And it was a beautiful synchronicity to me today to see others utilizing and asking others how they're using the sacred circuits. And so that even that was very exciting for me, because I've been wondering too, how are other people using them? Are they still using them? Are they sharing them? And if so, how? How are you using them in your everyday life? And so that was really exciting synchronicity for me. And I wanted to make the last card the Earth Magic deck, because this idea of the Sirius, Earth, and Sasani connection. So here today is I facilitate that connection along with this symbol from Bashar and his family, and the idea that as above, so below, we create our own reality. The back of the card is a scene upside down, and right side up it's showing that as above, so below. And the card I turned over is Dawn, New Beginnings. And it's kind of funny because this morning at dawn was literally when that came to us this morning to share that video right then and there about our dreams, because we literally awoke at dawn. And so what a beautiful card. So no matter when it is for all of you, this is a new beginning for all of us. This is the dawn of the age of Aquarius. And as they said, the dawning of the age of Aquarius. This is the new beginning for all of us as new versions of human. Yes.
I'm just going to read the second half. When you witness the initial stages of dawn without the benefit of a clock or other timepiece, for a while you may not be able to discern whether the sky is really lightening. The stars remain visible and the shadows of night still shape the landscape. It is that way with any beginning. It is difficult to tell where the old ends and the new begins. Gradually, however, it becomes clear to your senses that the light is definitely increasing. And as you continue to observe, the world slowly wakes up, accompanied by all the sounds, smells, and freshness associated with it. Soon the first glimmer of the sun shows. A new day has begun. This is a time to say farewell to the old and honor the new by releasing any self-imposed constraints or resistance to the truth that you know. This is your chance to develop that project that you have been thinking about. Embark on that adventure you have dreamed of going on, and take risks in initiating what your intuitive self has been telling you to do. As this prospect becomes increasingly visible and real, doubts and uncertainties may arise, but rest assured, just as dawn inevitably turns into day, by heeding your inner guidance, you will succeed.
What a beautiful message for all of us today. This has been a very exciting sharing for us, and I never know where these things are going to go, what direction the conversation will take. And
I would like to share also,
yes,
the idea that the hybrid children and beings who eventually will be living on Earth with us don't really have names, and they pick their names when they come to Earth, and because we have names, they want to pick. Well, it's easier for us to call them names, but it's also fun for them to play
that
in
game.
our civilization's playground. And so on multiple occasions it has been reminded to us that the names that they select have been earth and nature related names. And it's also showing that there is a deep connection with the extraterrestrial civilizations and our Earth, and the idea of Earth and nature. And there are some civilizations that don't have a planet.
That's
and
true.
The hybrid children are one of those. They've been hybridized from us and other DNA. And
this is their home.
This is their home because our DNA and human DNA is their predominant DNA. And even though human DNA is also a mix of non-earthly DNA, this is their home. So, I mean, just imagine you've never had your own planet. You've never been on your own planet. This is going to be their homecoming to their planet. And the idea of wanting to connect as much as possible with the nature of the planet and the nature of Earth. It's very exciting to them, and that also connects together how pulling these types of cards really does relate to the idea of open contact, welcoming home our family, because that's really what we're doing. We're welcoming home our family. We're not meeting extraterrestrials. We're welcoming home our family. And sometimes in a very literal sense.
And actually, as you were saying that, I was beginning to connect with her. Dawn.
Hello, Dawn.
And we'd like to thank all of you for connecting with us in this beautiful moment. For every moment is a new and now moment. I'd like to say hello. I am Dawn, and I am 17, and I am right now awaiting, though not in the way you wait, but in the way of excitement, and to meet all of you in person, and to remind you now, as you walk through nature, that you can hear us and you can hear me at dawn. Connect with me at dawn. And just as the channels here before you are excited to share dawn with the dawn, and the knowing that the birds and the butterflies and the bees connect with the beauty, the magic of dawn and the dew, and to know that all of the names and all of the earth and all of your animals are a part of us. We explore Earth because it is to be our home, just as you would be excited to explore what would to be your home. So we thank you, we thank you, we thank you for this interaction. If I was to describe myself, I would say that I was somewhat similar height to many of you, in that I am approximately a little over 5 feet tall, and I have long brown hair and bright blue eyes, as I like to express myself as the blue of the sky in the morning. And have often connected with the channel in the early morning hours as she began her journey in connecting with all of us, as many of those interactions began at dawn. So please take these moments in the early morning hours to say hello, to hear me whisper, good morning, good day, and a beautiful interaction will occur as we expand our knowledge of you and you of us. We become closer and closer in vibration. And we are so very, very excited to become a part of your world as you become a part of ours. And we bid you a good dawn as you awaken, all of you. Remember to say hello, and you will feel, hear, and experience us more fully and more clearly as the warmth spreads through your heart. You'll know as the warmth spreads through the morning dawn. Nishaya wakoyana sevesena ana kia teveselo she nete ente enai ana kila soto she ana kile shivasho to ente anta elo onono to kolete dongo ete fashinity niki isavishina sivashono tayavasai ahimo onone e she kia lisana sete mashanete mishania sasina tiasha.
Thank you, Don, and our love to all your brothers and sisters.
It actually didn't really occur to me until that reminded me that I really did begin my channelings and my YouTube channel at dawn. So yeah, that's that was pretty exciting for me. I hope that you found that connection as warming as I did. That's a good way to put it. So that was unexpected. So wow, I feel really lightheaded now. And wow, yeah.
Thank you for participating
Thank
and
you,
sharing
everyone.
with us. And I will also remind everyone that if you would like a private session with Wendy,
I forgot.
go to her website, and
if you'd like to connect more with your light languages, your star families, readings, oracle card readings, to help you navigate your nows, please do let me know. It's been an honor, and always is an honor, and love and gratitude and pleasure to share my highest joys and excitements with all of you, and invite all of you to do with us as well.
thank you. Our love to all of you.
Namaste, everybody.